Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listening to John Cash.
Welcome to an all-new edition of the John Cash Show podcast. I am blessed and fortunate enough to have these wonderful, wonderful co-hosts today. And let me introduce the first one. Starting on my right, on your left. Sometimes I'm about to say left because I'm thinking about the YouTube and the I don't want to sound like, you know, I missed the episode from Sesame Street. Like, I know my left and my right. Or my... See, but
I'm gonna let you get it together.
Hoe is life. The feminine, divine goddess, multifaceted epitome of black girl magic with the whoppiest wop and all of the land, and the woman single-handedly responsible for the wettest Mother's Day in New York City history. 2022 star. Yeah, I made you choke, huh?
Can't stand the rain.
I'm great. Y'all a mess. I'm feeling
No, it
great,
was a mess on Mother's Day.
That's what he said. But
everywhere. My Jordans were like.
Stop.
Yeah, my socks are wet.
I don't even know what to
Thank you. Like, you stayed at a Holiday Inn? Like.
Listen. Yeah, my week was great. Thanks for asking. Stay safe. Stay dry.
I don't know
take
why.
your own advice.
In my head, it's just rain down on me. La, 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 la.
We got praise dance. I'm gonna upload this on Sunday. It's the new Sunday service.
Yeah, shout out to all the mothers. Happy early Mother's Day.
Yes. No, this happy late Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy late Mother's Day.
She's like, I corrected it. It's good.
No, yeah.
No need to edit that.
Oh, geez. All right. Anyway, and the resident doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The man with the iron jaw.
That's right.
And not the iron claw.
Mm-hmm.
The man that is single-handedly responsible for the most alerts in the Citizens app history in the Bronx.
That's true. That is true.
Yes, during your lovemaking sessions with your wife.
Absolutely. Please have my door every day.
Yes.
The neighbors know my name.
The pussy-eating demon with vanilla-flavored semen. The engineer extraordinaire of the John Cash Show podcast. The one, the only, Josh Pussy! Jesus.
Sounding like a hormone monster for real.
Every orgy needs baby wipes to witness. Jerk off. The Maurice the hormone monster.
Sound just like him.
You have great impersonations
Yeah.
in general.
If that voice actor ever dies, they got another
Yeah.
person.
You got that down.
That was you did that
Let
one.
me send my little Temo reel to Netflix. But they done cut all the animation departments.
That's because they're going under.
They sure are.
Yeah, they was people were like, "Oh, we can't share passwords." And fuck
Oh,
you.
bye. You're right.
Right.
Bye.
Hi, Hulu.
Right. HBO Max.
Be like that girl that come through the door like.
Oh, facts.
Like, hey, Paramount. Amazon Prime. All right. So, and the promoter of positivity, a high value man. content creator, actor, all around amazing guy, Kevin Durant.
I was talking on the WWE when you did that. Like I was being, oh, what's up? Happy to be here.
Oh yeah, Star. I was like Star. Like,
Heavyweight champ.
that's right. You flooding streets. Oh, natural disasters and shit. That's what I'm gonna nickname you. All right. And of course, before I say this, the views and opinions expressed by myself are solely those of myself and do not necessarily reflect those of John Cash Show podcast sponsors and or affiliates. Listener and
And
viewer
where to find
discussion
you?
is highly, highly advised. What happened?
And where to find you?
And they can find me outside.
Cash me outside. Then.
You can hear the John Cash Show podcast on demand on your favorite streaming platforms, including but not limited to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Deezer, Odyssey, Pandora, and many, many more platforms except for Tidal. And soon to come, Roku TV and Apple TV.
Yes. Soon come. Soon come.
So just in case you thought, you was stopping shit, you ain't stopping shit, bitch.
Who's that from?
That's person.
Random thoughts. Now, with that being said, you can go to catscollection.com to buy the official merchandise for the John Cash Show podcast. Booked, busy, and blessed. Which, by the way, somebody, y'all do sneak shit. And I sent you the picture. Y'all do sneak shit. And then I don't say nothing. I let y'all live. Y'all do sneak shit. But now all of a sudden I see people book busy and blessed shirts. Like, come on. Come on. We see how you dress. You shouldn't have a shirt. Like, now, yeah. Like, now I feel attacked. Should I feel attacked? With the picture I showed you. Should I feel attacked?
It was like a knockoff version of this show.
It was a very knockoff
But,
version of the
like
show.
I
I'll
say,
show
when you put something in the universe, people.
That's
how it goes.
often imitated could never be duplicated. Okay? All right. So, bag these groceries, get nasty with the John Cash Show, and
Our
the
personal
universe. Your personal
favorite. Our
favorite.
personal favorite.
Yeah,
Everybody's
you're a very personal favorite. I'm about to make you a special jacket with that on the back. Good pussy, stay wet. Custom. Girl, don't do that no more. You already flooded out fucking Bensonhurst. When you did that last week.
Oh God.
And it's also myself, the mayhem, the mischief of mayhem, the Rabbi Ratchet, Big Dick Willie
Himself.
All right.
You see that? That's called chemistry, folks.
Yeah. The podcast, Pied Piper, I guess. I don't know. I want to add shit. Like, what else should I add, Josh? God damn it.
Damn, you asked me off the top of my head like that. Damn.
What should I add, Kevin?
Nothing else.
Nothing else?
Start the show, goddammit.
Yeah, he's one of those people. Okay, so
Yeah, these intros ain't getting no short.
Wow.
wait a minute. Last time we did the tables, we went straight into it, and people were coming at my neck. They was like, "Why didn't you do the normal?" I'm like, all right, damn.
Can't
So-
please everybody, right?
Right.
all right, so I'm gonna get the Albaline now, and I'm gonna
Quality lubrication. Quality lubrication.
Well, I mean, coconut oil.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great. You can put it
Yes.
everywhere.
Sure can.
All natural.
And you can eat it.
Sure can.
So no excuses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Y'all y'all being bad.
All right. When people, today's topic, when people ask you, why are you single? Do you blame others or do you speak only about yourself? So when people ask you, why are you single? Do you blame others or do you speak only about yourself? Let's start with the married person in the room. Like, why are you married?
Why am I married?
Or you want to do like as the Kevin?
When you were single.
I could do it when I was single.
Oh, okay.
So
Because I don't want your wife to listen and kick our ass.
well, no one asked. I don't know if anybody asked me why am I. Actually, I did have a few people ask me why I was single, and it was just
Because you're an Aries.
Yeah, purely by choice.
Yeah.
Like honestly, for me personally, and I probably have said this on this podcast maybe at some point before, I just don't believe it really mattered to me all that much whether I was with somebody or not. I didn't really care. It wasn't the number one thing that was most important to me. I just kind of felt like if it was going to happen, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much that's it. I'm going to take care of myself and not going to be naive if somebody came along that was really cool to not give them the time of day. But I just figured if the universe had it in store for me, it's gonna just find me.
That was a law of attraction.
Yeah.
The idea is like if it happens, it happens. If
Yeah.
not, I'm cool with it. Then you bring it right on in.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know about like the term the law of attraction or or the secret or anything like that, but that's just kind of how I live my life. Like if it's gonna granted, you still have to work for things and whatnot,
Right.
but like and identify when something good is staring you right in front of you to take advantage of it. But like if you are focused on you doing you and doing the right things, then those things should just happen. I just feel that way.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I went first last time.
Oh yeah. Presently, I talk about me. It is a active choice because I spent so many years in the past feeling like I had to be. I believe the lie that society tells you about, no, you got to be with somebody and all that bullshit. And so I was coming from a place of lower self-worth. So it used to be this whole thing of me kind of actively seeking to be with people. And then you get with people and be like, this ain't it. And then when you get to a place of like, where you value yourself and you're just like, let me do my own thing. Let me build my own stuff. You start realizing, oh, damn, I actually don't need to be with anyone, which makes it more beautiful when you find someone, because then you're like, oh, this could be an actively thing where we're both on our journeys. And we live in a society that often paints this picture that you got to be with somebody to have value, especially against women. Women get it the worst, like, oh, you're not married, you're not this, you're low value. Kevin Samuels.
That was his whole
Right, that's the whole thing. But
spiel.
and that's the problem. It's like, no. So now people ask me why I'm single. I'm like, well, it's an active choice. It's not that there aren't good suitors. It's not that there aren't great people out there, but I'm learning that my journey right now is a solo one and I'm enjoying it. I like the freedom that comes along with it. So it's an active choice that I am making. It has nothing to do with how I think about other people that I could date, because the truth of the matter is I don't believe in, I like to say niggas ain't shit, but I don't truly believe all niggas ain't shit. You know what I mean? There are some great ass people out there. There are great people out there. But at this point right now, I'm just like, I'm choosing to just chill until it feels just right for me. If it ever feels right just for me.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do people ever label you as like, because I feel like too often people label someone who's actively making the choice to not be with somebody is either hurt or bitter or something like that. People ever label you like that?
Absolutely. Well, not so much anymore. Before I had self-awareness and versus now. That used to be the kind of thing, oh, you just bitter, you're just this. But then I realized, I was like, no, romantic love is not even a guarantee. But once again, society paints this picture with Cinderella and all this bullshit that we're put. Even marriage is not even a guarantee or something that you have to do.
That's a fact.
As
And
a fact.
I'm saying that as a married guy.
Shit, Dan Aykroyd and his wife, after 40 years, split. I'm like, shit, you might as well just stay at that point.
But I think it's just a matter. It's everybody has individual journeys, and if you look at the history of marriage was used as a business deal. It was literally two families that wanted to keep certain dynasties going, so they made their children get together to keep that going. It wasn't about romantic love anyway, and then Christianity and all that shit happened, and it got blended in there. So we have this idea like, no, you find somebody, you get married, and you're with them forever. It's the most unrealistic thing ever, and it removes your choice. And you're also putting all this value on age and all that stuff, when in reality, I think it's more beautiful when people get married when they're older, because y'all have matured. Y'all have got to see some life. Y'all got to see what you like and don't like. You had to see the world and come together and choose to be together, versus just this kind of active push to be with someone. And some people just want to be with someone just like they just want to own a house, just like they want to own a car, just want to have a career. It's all about outside validation. It's not really about authentic love. It's more or less to say, I have value because I have X, Y, and Z. And so I'm not get offended when people say, why are you single? Because it's a weird idea of like, just because I have things going for me and I'm attractive, I gotta be with somebody. Why can't I just have value just because I have value?
Yeah. Find comfort in my own space.
Right. And it's this weird thing too. So basically people ask, to bring that back around, is I just say I'm actively choosing to be single. And it's not because something's wrong with me, because people are that one.
Exactly.
Something got to be wrong with you.
That's the line. Yeah, what's wrong with you? That's usually what.
But I'm very honest with people. I said, listen, my life is very free. The job that I'm in, I'm constantly out of town. I'm constantly traveling. When it comes to sex, I can get that in a healthy way that works for me. But also, I know who I am as a solo person. I like being able to move freely, and I don't need a person to validate that. And that's my choice.
While we were here and while you was talking, Citizens Alert came up, Josh. So yeah,
my bad. My bad, y'all.
No, it
was a little late with that one.
I can't remember that. No, it said the Citizens.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
even in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Another headboard to throw out.
That's why it's wet. Did your job. That was a great take.
What is it? When people ask me
why are you single, it's because Kevin Samuels.
Well, I mean, red pill. I haven't been asked that in a while, but I guess typically how I would normally respond to that is because I know normally it's not me, so realistically, I would give an honest answer as to what transpired in my last situation that would have made my circumstance such where I'm like single. But also, I don't typically just blame the other party. I also would say, I guess, like the things I learned through that breakup to where maybe I'm now single or whatever the case is, and maybe the things I'm working on now to heal and like better myself and be in a better position. But I don't know. It's like a lot of times, like I think I used to like really respond to that question, understanding that there's a lot of pee in the dating pool too. Like we're not gonna like, and like realistically, there is a lot of piss and just dirt and sand in the dating pool. So you know, it's not, it's not. It hasn't been the best time to date.
That ain't even a pool. That's Coney Island Beach.
Acid. But
what?
But like Josh said, like honestly, I got to a point where I was just sitting still and being in a space where I was okay being single because I don't see anything wrong with it. Like I really feel like I didn't put too much pressure on my age. I think at one point, especially as a woman, you do put pressure on your age because, you know, you kind of have, you're pressed for like kids and certain things to happen. And I think I just kind of got to the point where like, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And there's other ways to kind of like go about that as well. If you're blessed, I would say also too. But it was just one of those things where I just kind of was like standing still, and that was just kind of like, it's not something that defines me. And there's so many other things that like consume me, like my career choice and things that I want to do as an entrepreneur. That like at one point I was like, I know as long as I know I'm the best version of myself, like whoever and whatever is gonna come around me will, and it will only amplify what I'm already doing and who I already am. So
compliment not complete.
exactly, and so like the position I'm in now, like I found that type of energy. So it's like now I'm just in a space where it's like, okay, I've done the work from past situations, and I've learned those lessons as to what not to do again, the red flags and things like that. And I think that's important. I think being single, those times and those spaces in your life is very important to like get to know yourself. And I've done that on a mental level, and masturbation is one way, and but sexually to the ladies, like I swear, like I had a friend that took her a while to like learn her body in the sense of like actually not being ashamed to masturbate and things like that. And it's like, please, because
I hate society for that though, because they put women in that position to think that sex is only a form of intimacy for them but pleasure for men.
Yes, and it's like you have to cut that bullshit. So it's like while you're single, especially as a woman, it's like be single, be okay with being single if that means dating, and stop putting all your eggs in one basket. If it's like that just means dating and getting to know people and genuinely just getting to know people, that's where it really starts. And I think that's usually the key. But yeah.
It's funny because this conversation can totally expand.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to figure out where to go.
I'm like trying to keep it right there, but it's just. But I also, because even when it comes to generations, if you notice, less people are getting married because you're seeing that marriage was used as a key of security for women and almost like an in-house slave for men. And now women are making money; they're able to be independent and able to do their own thing. So it's not a necessity.
They're the one fluing out people,
right? And so it's not a necessity, and that's naturally marriage is going to go down. And because once again, romantic love and marriage is not something that's a guarantee or even a necessity.
Or that goes hand in hand most of the time.
Well, it used to be women once upon a time could not leave the house without permission of their husband. And if they were seen outside, they were assumed that they were a prostitute. Like that was once a thing.
Or as Justice Alito wants it to be tomorrow.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So as things change in the world and equal rights and equity starts happening, this is going to happen where people are doing things in their own choosing. You can have any type of relationship style that you want. It doesn't have to be the monogamous one-on-one. If you want that, great. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be single and then go out and get it, AKA me, do that. And so it's just like everybody has their own unique path, and we got to respect that without it being seen as a negative on that person.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, and I agree too, because I was like, I don't know, it's just kind of that idea of just wanting to be independent and coming from that space of like wanting more so. I realized I wanted a partner and not a provider, and that was something that was a big lesson I ended up learning, and that was more so like the position I now felt like I needed to be in. Like I want to be able to support myself and be good for myself. So when you do have those partnerships, like you talk about unions like marriage, it is somewhat of a business. So in that type of partnership, both of you have to be in the same space on it, and like being and working towards that same thing and the same end goals, especially financially. So things like that are important. And a lot of people don't even have those conversations. A lot of people do just get married because of just like the
validation
for the wedding.
Yeah,
it's not
and not the marriage.
It's not the actual marriage.
Yeah.
And provider means controller. I need people to know that.
And that's why I'm saying like that was something I learned. And so yeah.
John, I'm curious what you got to say. You haven't said nothing. Yeah, I want to.
No, because I was letting them like
I know.
Get it all out.
Get it all out. Get it all out. That's why I'm your new leader.
But I got a boo now though, so
Hey.
Shout out to the boo.
Yeah. Swinging on vines. Shout out to your boo, who is a religious watcher of the show.
Yes, actually, he loves the show.
Yeah, an avid watcher. Let me not say religious around him. I think he had the Bible open, reading Psalms. Psalm 50. No, but when people ask me why am I single, do I blame others or do I speak only about myself? Originally, I used to blame myself to take the heat off the other person because I I was like, oh, I'm protecting them. I care about them. I care about their image. I care about their reputation. I mean, a couple people, the council, the inner circle, they knew the deal, but everybody else, no. But after a while, I was like, fuck that. They didn't take me into consideration. Why am I taking them into consideration? Like, why am I considering their feelings? And I mean, like, they don't have to consider my feelings. Of course, that would be like a nice thing to do, but it's not. That's not in their best interest. Their best interest is to do what's best for them. So I'm gonna do what's best for me. So, like, why am I single? Like, because I fucking want to be. All right. Shit didn't work out. All right, didn't work out. I'm gonna go back into into me, and just like, okay, and whenever the time comes, then that's when I'll pursue. If not, then okay, I'm fine with that. I like being single. Shit, I save more money.
That
It
part.
is more cost effective. That part. There's a lot of little things like that, like sleeping in the middle of the bed. Like sometimes I play songs 15 times in a row, and nobody's gonna be like, "Why are you playing that? Leave me the fuck alone. I like this song."
Let me tell you something. I have missed sleeping in the middle of the bed. I do miss that.
Yeah. So, and then
I think both aspects of like, being in a union and being single, I think is beauty in both parts. And I think it's just about being comfortable in each space when you're there, and then like also accepting when you're like in a relationship or each transition, each journey means something.
Yeah, the rapper Fonte said, "I know guys who will love a home cooked meal, and I know another guy who will love a quiet house."
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
it's just it's
exactly.
where you're at, and
It's
you
where
just
you at.
yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I just think too many people put, and then I always say this, it's just like it's weird to hear this from a married person, but like it.
Wait a minute.
What?
I don't want you.
No. 'Cause me and my wife feel the same way. Like too many people put marriage on
I
this.
thought she was about to say.
Pedestal.
Yeah, we put too many people put marriage on
I
this.
thought he was about to say because she doesn't listen to the show. No, absolutely not. I talk all the shit I want to.
No, but like when we got married, like it was more about. Well, here's the thing.
Insurance.
Well,
Health
well,
insurance.
honestly, saving money on taxes were like it was pretty much as simple as this. I was like, she looked at me, you going anywhere? Nah. I looked at her, you going anywhere? Nah. Want to save some money on these taxes? Yeah.
Right.
That's a hell of a marriage proposal.
Right.
But it takes all the bullshit that people put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say like it was all business or anything.
No, it's
Added the
love. It's
romance.
love.
It sound like Big and Carrie. Like, I'm gonna propose to you with a Manolo Blahnik, and then
But that's what
stand
she
up at the
that's what she
altar.
loved.
No,
Yeah.
but stand up at the altar. She wanted a big ass wedding. She had a fucking picture in her hair, and then he just jilted her at the damn altar. She went to Mexico. She couldn't be functional in anything. Throw her fucking phone in the ocean. Then she goes back at the end of the movie and marry him in a damn thrift shop dress in the goddamn courthouse.
Yeah.
She didn't want that.
Yeah.
Chased after that man for 20 years and got that bullshit ass.
That's actually not true. She actually, the end of the movie talked about how she did too much for the wedding. She said, that wasn't actually me. This is what I wanted all along. That was the end message. She did too much for the wedding because she let people get in her ear.
No, that she did that. She said
You're
that.
projecting. You're
No,
projecting.
I'm not projecting anything. She said that. She said that so that way she could feel better with herself. I just threw up my middle finger for the people listening.
Yeah, the idea was that they already had something going for them, and then she let people get in her ear. You got to do this. You got to wear this dress. You got to do this, and it became this whole thing that wasn't their relationship.
Yeah, that's
that's how she was able to empathize why he ran.
Horse-drawn carriages around the Central Park, and then a big wedding in her style.
I never watched Sex in the City.
I watched it for
That's my
Samantha.
truth.
But
I watched it
yeah,
for Samantha.
Samantha was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we put a lot on marriage, especially here in America, and it becomes all about the wedding day and not the fact that this man may put his hands on you one day or you're going to get cheated on all the time or whatever the case is going to be. But
Well, damn. Is there any good outcomes in
they
that?
absolutely are. No,
Like,
not all men cheat. Not all men cheat. Not
like-
all men are abusive. What I'm saying is people focus on the wrong shit rather than an actual
They really
partnership.
do. A lot of people
Yeah.
focus on a lot of the
Yeah,
wrong
it's
It's,
not
it's
you
about
choosing
the
each other.
intention.
you know?
Like it really is about the intention.
Yeah,
Like,
or
I
how the person
understand-
looks rather than who they are as a
Yeah.
person. You want the fine nigga.
I don't even think half the people like each other. Like,
Right.
they don't
Yeah,
even be liking each other.
exactly.
They don't even be liking each
Exactly.
other. But it's just about
You're
your
not even friends with each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can always tell when during the wedding too if you get a lot of this is my wedding or my wedding because
Yes.
I was a wedding
think so,
photographer for a
too.
while and I always knew when the couple literally were agreeing on things versus I don't care what he wants.
Yeah.
This is my wedding. I'm just like, all right. You can always tell what it's about. It's about that validation because that's the day you get to be adored by everybody and do all this. But it's just a
It's like another
day
prom.
that you're gonna pay off for the next 10 years. So yeah,
Hopefully it lasts that long.
okay.
People would spend a lot on the wedding day. I don't understand. People go into debt for it.
How much you spent?
I paid for it all pretty much mostly out of pocket. Although it's my in-laws did help, but I spent $6,000. Our entire wedding cost somewhere around like eight total.
That's awesome.
But that's it, and
That's
that's a
not bad,
destination. That's the destination.
See, that's my
Awesome.
plan. I want to do a nice small destination wedding.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
it was
it makes sense.
it was small. We spent more money on our we
Because it's
saved.
cheaper when you do a destination wedding, right?
Yeah. What's it called? My parents actually live in South America, so like I went
Guyana?
to nah.
I was about to say,
they live in
GT.
they live in Ecuador. They live in Ecuador actually. But
What's actually cheaper is a surprise wedding. You because I've done this so much because everyone charges you a wedding fee when
Yeah.
it's a wedding. If you just say you're having an event and invite people and then you just happen to have a pastor there, and y'all get
that's a
married,
way to do it.
it's way cheaper. No, I'm talking about caterers. Everyone's going to cater normally
Yeah, exactly.
because everyone has a wedding fee.
Yeah.
And it'll be the same amount of money if
you just
the
did.
same and I've learned that over time watching how different people do it. And then I've seen some really cool tricks too that are really cool, like the cake.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do cardboard cakes and you just put 2 slices of like regular cake and you bring some Publix cake out later? I was like, that's brilliant. They make a cake and they ice it and everything, and they have a little piece right there they cut. The caterers come, remove it, and they bring out some fucking sheet cake and everybody eats it up. I was like, this is brilliant.
Wow.
So it's gonna save you $1,000. People are getting smarter.
I've seen people cutting these. I mean, like it's been a while, but like I used to DJ weddings a very, very long time ago.
Shit.
I hate
What was the DJ name? I must know.
a lot of people.
DJ Lockjaw.
A lot of people.
Brilliant.
Actually, you know what?
Brilliant.
People have been trying to get that out of me for
Lockjaw.
years. We're just gonna go with that.
DJ Lockjaw in the building. Yo, I'm about to play another song.
DJ Lockjaw.
This goes out to the bride.
You a fool, man.
That's it.
You a fool for that.
We got a song for the groom. That girl is poison.
We've been to too many weddings.
Never trust a big butt in the smile.
All right, I need all my single ladies on the phone. All the single ladies. Oh, he's like, here we go.
Actually, there's a video of me somewhere in the stockroom of Macy's doing the whole dance,
No.
doing the whole routine.
2008 was a crazy year.
It was. Good times.
But I'm the type of person I could watch a video on YouTube and get the whole dance routine like that. Like I grew up on Michael Jackson running around the house with one glove on. Like,
You'll be great for TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they do.
yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah.
I used to be in hip hop dance, African dance in high school. Like, be like
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get
looking
on
like
that.
Beyonce at the end of Deja Vu.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I digress. Transparency, authenticity. I am your new leader.
You really selling this.
Yes. Well, have one when you could have many. I'm your new leader. Anyway. Final thoughts. Married man. Lockjaw. DJ Lockjaw.
Yeah, being single's fine. Being married's cool. Being somewhere in between is cool. As long as you're cool with yourself. That's all it is.
Situationship.
That's right. DJ Lockjaw in the Rush Hour Drive. And we got this traffic report. Yeah, it's wet outside. 63 degrees. No, 69 degrees. Windy.
Warm
Back
and wet.
to the studio. Yeah, so we're back on the John Cash Show on Hot 97. And we're going to play for the 100th time Peaches by Justin Bieber.
I'm looking good.
Is that not radio? That's Clear Channel.
Right, you're manifesting. That's you.
Right.
No, I want to be podcasting because there's way less restriction. Okay. I don't want to have to talk in 3 minutes.
That part.
I don't want to have to read all these drops in like 3 minutes. Okay. So, 30 seconds rather. Final thoughts.
Same. Self-love. Do what makes you happy, not what you think is going to look good.
That's right. Tweet said that. Oops. Oh my. Star, your final thought.
That was such a throwback.
Oh my.
What
Say what I did last night.
She should have still been here with us doing music. But anyway, no, embrace each journey. If you're single, embrace that while you're single.
Yes, embrace.
Because you're going to miss it when you're in a relationship. And then when you're in a relationship, embrace being in a relationship because you're going to miss it if you're going to be in single. So,
Especially in the summer, you be like, damn.
yeah.
You be in the window like, oh, that could have been me.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like they're having so much fun.
We're going to make these damn tacos.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't give me some pussy tonight? No.
That's why you just stay at the crib.
Yes. But your person should be your partner, not your provider. Like,
Or your owner.
or your owner.
See, I like that. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, your person should be your partner.
Oh.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just found out.
You stupid. What's your final thoughts?
My final thought is live life to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
Love life to the fullest. Stay away from. I almost forgot I had to
And
blank.
the long fortune cookie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You got it today, man. You coming with it today, man. I love it.
Stay away. You see how they treat me. You see how they treat your new leader. You must assemble. Assemble now. I'm your new leader. All right. Stay away from negative. I swear to God, if somebody run up on stage with me, I'm gonna be like, roundhouse. Stay away from negative people because more than likely they have negative bank accounts. We'll see and speak to you next week on the John Cash Show podcast. Bitches.
Peace.
Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listen to John Cash.